What's up, movie lovers? It is J Spice Reviews, and I'm finally doing that Captain Marvel review. I had to process everything. So yeah, let's just let's just get right into it. So Captain Marvel stars Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, Annette Bening, Jude Law, Clark Gregg. I didn't really look up the cast list. I was just going off all the people that I remember. We're gonna have a drink of this from yesterday because I had the zero one yesterday, so I wasn't gonna drink both of them yesterday. But yeah, and basically the plot of Captain Marvel is that Brie Larson plays Captain Marvel, and she's caught in this war in between these two alien species, the Kree and the Skrulls, and she crash lands on Earth in 1995, so it takes place in the 90s, and then she teams up with Nick Fury, and she's trying to uncover her past because she's not fully certain of it, and she's also trying to, I guess, fight in the war between the Kree and the Skrull. So, what I thought of this movie, um, I had to really process because there's some elements where I didn't know if I liked it or if I didn't like it. But we're gonna do the good first because you always have to do the good first. Brie Larson is pretty good. She's a little bit boring when she's by herself. Like, she was good. She had good chemistry with Samuel Jackson, and she interacted well with others. And it was cool to see Captain Marvel as a different kind of superhero because I feel like she could have easily ended up as female Captain America. But they had the aspect of her trying to find out her past, and it kind of gave me Wolverine vibes. Except this, you're learning about her past throughout the movie as she learns. So it's not like X-Men Origins where they just tell you everything. But this movie's way better than X-Men Origins. Come on now. Samuel Jackson and Nick Fury is amazing, and I liked how the movie felt kind of like a buddy cop movie when she lands on Earth and teams up with Nick Fury. In the first 10 to 15 minutes, it kind of gave me a war movie vibe, and it's kind of wow, those are two drastically different tones, but at the same time, I feel like it kind of fits because when she's with the Kree, she's a completely different person than when she lands on Earth. So it was cool to have two, and they're not it's not super jarring. It's what, this feels like a different movie now. It's not that bad. Yeah, and the action is pretty good. It's just a little boring, but I guess that's because we're so used to the Avengers and stuff having amazing action scenes. So to just see normal fist fights is kind of boring, but it's good choreography. I'm not going to complain. It was believable. It's not shaky cam or anything. My hand was supposed to be the camera. All the 90s references, they were kind of obvious things, but that's kind of how it would be anyway. The soundtrack picks were good. There's one song that came on, and I was just that was the perfect timing for that song. It fits so much, and the songs were cool because they were they had hidden meanings, so they kind of felt like how Captain Marvel herself was feeling at that time, I guess. That's how you'd say it. Or it fit. Because her arc is different than a lot of the other Marvel heroes. It's not like Spider-Man has a different one, Black Panther, Captain America. It's cool because superhero movies, they can so easily all feel the same. So they did a different one with her torn between these two lives. She doesn't know if one of them even existed. It's cool. It was interesting. It was different. And the Kree and the Skrulls themselves, some of them are a little boring, but it was interesting. They changed a lot of stuff from the comics, but because I'm not super attached to the cosmic side of the MCU, or just Marvel in general, or the Captain Marvel characters like the Kree and the Skrull, I didn't really mind the changes. I thought they were for the better, because if you're adapting a comic book, you don't have to. If you're adapting something, you don't have to make it the exact same. You can change stuff to make it different. Because it's like, what's the point of watching a movie if I could just read the comic? The comic's quicker. But yeah, the changes they had were really good. I liked them. I'm not gonna spoil them, obviously. The Stan Lee cameo, amazing, really clever. I wasn't expecting that, and the like tribute to him in the beginning was cool. I guess that's not a spoiler because you probably guessed they would have had a Stan Lee tribute, and a cameo. It's not like I spoiled the cameo. This is spoilers free, and yeah, like the ending. There was some stuff that was like expectation subversions with like who the villains are and just the ending. Um, it was pretty funny overall, and yeah, now we're gonna get into the bad. As you can tell, this is very improvised. I just have all these thoughts circling in my head. But the bad, I did like a lot of the explanations because this is a prequel. Basically, it takes place before most of the Marvel movies. I like some of the explanations for what things happen. Some of it was confusing, and it's like, wait, that doesn't make sense. But then, if you think about it later, then it does. Because when I saw this, the audience there was, they didn't seem like huge MCU fanboys. It just seemed like casual people who were like, we want to go see this cool female-led superhero movie. And like all the jokes landed. It was a good audience. I liked it. Because I haven't I'm a huge movie fan, but I haven't watched a lot of movies. This is actually the first one I watched in theaters this year. This is a good choice for our first movie. Um, yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about this now, but the bad. One of the explanations, I was kind of like, oh, that's not what I was expecting. That's kind of funny. And then I thought back on one of the previous movies, and then I was like, wait, that is stupid. That completely ruins that scene. Not giving anything away, but if you see the movie after this review, then you'll probably know what I'm talking about. And there was some parts that I felt were a little predictable, and like I said, Captain Marvel in some scenes is boring. The flashbacks of her past, they were in the trailer, so I don't really have to worry about explaining that. I'm not going to explain them, obviously, but some of the flashbacks, the way that they did them was really weird, but it was kind of unique, and it wasn't just how movies usually are, where it just shows flashbacks. Instead, it was a different kind of way, and it was cool because you were like figuring out her past at the same time as she was. Because that, I feel like overall movies are better when you are learning something at the same time as the characters, because then it's more suspenseful. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I think overall I was gonna give this a 9, but I'm thinking it's more of an 8. Oh yeah, the CGI is amazing. The de-aging on Sam Jackson is really good. Agent Coulson, not as much. Yeah, I think overall I give Captain Marvel an 8 out of 10. It's a really good movie. Marvel still hasn't made a bad one. I don't know, maybe I should rewatch the MCU movies before Endgame, but I don't know, man. I got plans for what I'm gonna do right now because I got spring break, so that's why I'm pumping out so many videos now. Um, Yeah, I was gonna do a stream later today. I'm keeping up that really bad laggy Fortnite one because I feel like it might be funny to some people. Plus, it's like my first skin, so it's a momentous moment. It's an important moment in my gaming career. Yeah, but I have like all the movies on my Netflix watch list, and I was thinking doing a vlog of like, or multiple vlogs where I film it and I'm like, this is the movie I'm watching now, or this is the show I'm watching now, and then I reveal my thoughts after it. I think I'm gonna do all the movies first because I have a couple shows, but not a lot. But yeah, that's why you guys like this channel, right? I keep you updated. It's like, could be outdated later, but whatever. Yeah, so overall I give Captain Marvel a 9 out of 10. or not 9 and 8, screwed it up. And that's going to be it for today for reviews. I'm going to do another GTA stream. But this is J Spice Reviews, and I'm saying bye. Bye.